What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tablestory's Facade. Welcome. If you've never seen this show before, it's an occult detective horror show, and it can get pretty intense and creepy. Be aware and prepare yourself mentally as you join us for today. On the last episode of Facade, Professor Charles had a conversation with his passenger in which it suggested that he get in contact with the rest of their group and that their meeting was no coincidence. He went to NYU to look for Dr. Copeland and ran into the police that were on the scene. He met with Detective Johnson and answered some probing questions. Detective Johnson seemed fairly suspicious of Professor Charles, but gave him his card and told him not to leave town. Professor Charles then headed to the university library. Dr. Copeland, being brought back to the police precinct after being caught in her office, used a smuggled scalpel to injure one of the police officers that were taking her back. She found a business card underneath the seat, crumpled up, that said, "Mr. S.L. Hoffman, knowledge is my business." She injured herself trying to get the handcuffs up and over her head, and she tried to draw a symbol or symbols on her own skin. Some of the blood dripped onto the card, and it formed into the text, "Knowledge comes at a price. Are you prepared to pay it?" She agreed and awoke in the familiar stone hallway, where a man in white, whom we know as Mr. Hoffman, introduced himself and told her his employer, the swap dealer, might be willing to swap knowledge for something valuable or interesting to help her. Max escaped the hospital finding a note from the woman from the VIP meeting that rescued her, along with the Glock with gold etchings embedded into it. She got into a cab and had a nice conversation with the cabbie about the weather, and probably her first normal conversation in quite a while. Made it back to her apartment. While she was there, she fed the cat, and Dion called her up and asked her what all of that was about, what was going on, and that the cops were there, a myriad. She tried to explain her confusion to Dion, and Dion seemingly didn't know what to believe. He had said that he didn't rat her out, but that the cops would most likely look through his phone and see that he called her. He also said that Marek left something at the club for her, and that he could drop it someplace. And he had said that one of the VIPs was familiar, a man in white, Mr. Hoffman. Detective Cy drove Remy and Quinn to a strange curios and oddities shop run by a woman named Genesis. Genesis asked for personal items in exchange for her to glimpse the truth. Quinn gave Genesis their watch, and Remy gave Genesis his cat named Lenny that had been following him around. When glimpsing the truth, Genesis said that they want you to Remy, and that Quinn would pay the price. There are others, and they are in trouble. All of you are part of the game. They learn that the mark on Quinn's hand is that of the torturer. And then there is one that owns the way. There is one who is being eaten. There is one that controls the ways, and that the clock is already ticking. The man in white will trade to remove the mark on Quinn's hand. Remy spoke up saying that he knew this man, that he had met him before. Quinn showed Genesis the notebook that they'd taken from Dr. Copeland, and Genesis seemed to have a very bad reaction to it. But she said that it belonged to one of the others. Today we're starting with Max. Max, you've just gotten off the phone with Dion. What's your plan?
I'm going to be doing one last scout around the apartment to make sure that I've got everything, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back here.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Anything valuable, anything hard wearing, so like gloves, socks, sweaters, jacket, because everybody's always telling her to wear a jacket, so she should probably pick one up. I'll go through to the kitchen area, and there'll be like a bunch of beer bottles. And I'll pick those up and kind of line them up in front of the front door. And then look at the window and line some more up in front of the window. Make sure the blinds are closed. Double checking the locks.
Okay.
I'll look down at the bag and
What kind of bag is it? Is it like a duffel bag?
yeah, it's like a dark brown leather, really scuffed up, like this has been used a lot. Kind of almost like a gym bag. I'll kind of hunker down on the floor, put my back against the wall that the bed's on, and beckon the cat over and just kind of sit stroking it, watching the door. And it's been a while since I slept properly, and I'm kind of toying with the idea of just getting a bit of shut eye before I bounce.
It doesn't take very long at all for you to pass out. Binky. Is Binky an aggressive cat?
Nah, Binky's softy.
Okay. So I think sounds of the purring just lull you to sleep. Doesn't take very long. you pass out. You wake up with a start. There's still light coming in through the windows. But something feels off to you.
The bottle's still there.
Yes. Your skin feels hot to the touch.
Am I sweating?
Yes.
No. Oh,
The first inclination might be that you left the heat turned up or something. But you realize that the apartment is pretty cold.
I'll go straight to the faucet and run the cold water over my pulse points.
Kitchen or bathroom?
Oh, that's a cat right on my thigh. Bathroom.
Okay. Go into the bathroom, turn on the faucet, splash water on your face. You realize, after you splash the water on your face, that steam is rising up from your skin.
Oh. Is the window open in here?
No.
That's fucking weird. I'll do it again. And watch closer.
It's thin, but the steam is there.
No. I'll go into the kitchen to the freezer compartment, see if there's anything left in that. I can't imagine there'd be food. I'd probably be able to pry off
You have
of like
some
one of those
takeout
big
maybe
chunks.
in the fridge?
Yeah, perfect.
Mm.
But from the freezer part, just grab that and slap it on the back of my head.
Okay.
Is the cat still around? Is it following me?
Binky is probably just on the bed, I would assume.
What?
Do you just have a mattress on the floor? Or do you actually have a box spring?
It'd be a bed, but only because it was one of those cheap ones that was there when I rented the apartment.
Okay.
It's not great.
Binky's just on the bed staring at you.
Oh, you'll pay the insurance. Awesome. Great news. This is just what we fucking need.
Takes you a second, but you realize that your side doesn't seem to hurt. It's been a few hours since you've taken any medication.
Look down at where the slices were. It was all across my torso, right?
Yes. When you sort of peel away the bandages, gauze, there is something there. It looks like a sort of black ink has started to spread out from where the sutures are.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, shit. Fuck. I'll go into the kitchen. I'd probably have a little bit of a first aid kit, just some.
Your cuts, the sutures are fully sealed. Please roll your disadvantage for me.
Oh, oh no.
Okay.
Okay, I'll get a knife out the cutlery drawer and I'll wipe it off with the alcohol and then just be like, no, don't trust that, that's been in there for too long. And pull the lighter out of my pocket and just run it down the blade. I want to just nick where the black stuff is on my skin. Just ever so slightly to see if I can squeeze some of it out.
Okay. Let's see. This is going to require a move for sure. I'm going to need you. This is acting under pressure, I think. Okay. You, I guess, try to, like, make it react in some way from the knife. When you touch the knife to your skin, it doesn't feel that hot. You can see that it does seem to sizzle the skin, however.
So... can I, like, prick the skin to see if the black stuff actually comes out?
I think when you try to do it, you can see that at first it bleeds, you know, before it, like, cauterizes.
Mm-hmm.
As it cauterizes, the blacky inkness begins to spread.
Oh, okay. Fuck. That's not right. Okay, leaving it alone. Leave it the fuck alone. Lit for methods. I'll get some cotton and soak it in the alcohol and just pack it on there. Like, I'm just gonna leave it. And that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Fuck.
The alcohol should hurt really, really badly. It doesn't.
Okay. Cool. No. I'm kind of pointing at the cat. Like, no. Now is not the day for fucking at-home surgery. Are you stopping here or what? I'll grab the bag and sling it over my shoulder. Right.
I think he's just doing that thing where cats just kind of stare at you and make you look like you're an idiot.
Every day. Okay. I'm just looking around. Is there anything else in here that I would have that would be useful? I've got the bat.
You can make a roll for me.
Yeah.
I think you could observe a situation.
Yes, let's get them all out of the way on the looking.
You don't really have anything else that you think would be of any use.
Fuck! Okay. I'll just take one last look around. Kick one of the bottles against the wall. Cool. Okay, you getting in there? Open the bag to the cat. Like, you're cool, dude.
Does Binky do that often?
I've never asked him to get in a bag before.
I would assume that he just looks at you.
Cool. Well, I'll tell Kim. Fuck. Right. And I'll step out the front door.
When you open the front door, did you clear the bottles or did you forget them?
I think I've gone to kick one against the wall, so they're probably a little bit topply.
They've spilled over and they just kind of roll out of the way. You open the door. You close it behind you.
Yeah. And just hold that for a second, just still holding onto the handle, like. Yeah. Onwards. Onwards. Get the fuck out of here.
Close the door. What's the outside of your apartment look like? Is it a corridor? You have rooms opposite you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The door opposite you opens. There's probably a woman. I wouldn't say super old, but she's probably older. She does the thing where she's like peeking out her door, kind of like staring at you. Who is this person?
This is Mrs. Bovis. I occasionally help her when they don't deliver her paper properly. I keep putting it in my mail slot.
Everything okay? I heard.
Yeah, all good.
I heard some glass.
Oh no, I just cat tripped over. That's all right, Mrs. B. Do you want me to check for your paper, or did they get it this time?
You can check for my I heard some strange noises before.
Yeah?
Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good. You all right?
You can try and read a person.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask 2 questions from the read a person list.
What do you wish I would do?
She definitely wants you to tell her what's going on.
Okay. And how do you feel right now?
She looks very skeptical and very suspicious. There's a look of concern on her face. She's also being a little defensive with the door, and she's just kind of peering out. She doesn't usually do that.
No, I'm gonna get out of town for a little bit and stay with a friend. There's this guy, and yeah, it didn't go well. So I just need to not be here.
Is that who you were talking to before? It sounded very strange. I could hear you over on the television.
Oh, on the phone. No, that was just a friend.
Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah. I'm all good. Listen, would you be alright to feed the cat while I'm away? If I leave you a key? Is that alright? Yeah, I'm sorry, it's a bit of a mess. I had a rough night. You know, guys.
Yes, you can leave me the key. I'll take care of Binky.
I'll handle the key. Thanks. Let me just, in fact, I'll leave you the key for the paper as well if you want, because I don't get mail. So you still have your paper?
All right.
Okay.
She takes the keys. The whole time she's looking at you very warily. She doesn't open the door up all the way.
I'm sorry if the drinking and stuff bothers you. It's
Are you sure you're all right? There was a lot of yelling.
What? Last night? You must have been here in a different apartment. That wasn't me.
All right, as long as you're okay, dear.
Oh yeah. I'm as okay as you can be after a shitty breakup, I guess. So, sorry, language. No, I'll be back in a week, I hope. Do you want some cash in case? I mean, there's loads of cat food in there, but
If there's food, don't worry. I'll feed your cat.
thank you.
You're welcome. You be careful.
This is a stupid question. What was they yelling about?
I couldn't understand it. It sounded very strange.
Huh.
I got up and listened at the door, and it didn't sound like words. I thought you were... Well, I thought you were...
You know what probably happened? The cat might have sat on the remote again and turned it to, what's it, the fucking foreign language channel. I'm so sorry. I'll sleep through anything.
And, try to influence other. Oh, yes. That's, of course. You be safe out there.
Yeah, you too. Don't answer the doors to any of those hot young men, alright? Just after your wallet and your maidenhood.
She waves and shakes her head and closes the door.
I'll give the door one last look and then head out into the street.
We switch scenes. Professor Charles. You step into the NYU library. There's still students and whatnot in here. It's a little less populated than normal.
I think I'd be making myself as inconspicuous as possible. Obviously there's the risk that I'm going to bump into students here that I know, so I'm kind of just eyes down. It's kind of scrunching up a little bit, not making eye contact with anybody.
Sure. Act under pressure.
God, whack already. $18.
Okay. No one seems to notice you. Where are you headed?
I'm headed for, I'm going to get sort of the research terminals or the data terminals dotted around libraries. So one of those that's as hidden away as any of them would be. So not like in the main thoroughfare, but one of the ones off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of put my bag down in a way that kind of obscures the view as much as I possibly can. And again, just, you know, that's it. Leave me alone. I'm very busy looking at stuff.
Okay. You're able to go just kind of unnoticed. You head to a directory. What are you looking for?
So I'm going to cross-reference against everything from the history department. Essentially my fields, history and mythology, for a combination of the words Elysium within and feeding. And essentially I'm looking for any historical reference, either fact or fiction, stories, myths, anywhere that might have appeared.
Okay. I think this is a move. Do you have anything in particular that you would like to use here?
I do. I have an advantage called data retrieval. So I get to roll plus my reason. Then depending on what happens, I get to ask a number of questions. But because I'm an expert in these two areas, I get to ask one no matter what I roll. So when I just roll, I can just use the investigate skill and that will do a roll, including my reason when it...
Yeah, you just roll your reason. Yeah. Wow.
20.
Wow.
I'm a nerd.
So you get 4 questions.
Okay. I mean, not all of these are going to apply, but I guess depending on what I find, the first one I'd be looking for was, what is its origin?
So, when you start to look up Elysium Within, there's a lot of Illuminati-like references to them. A lot of like stonemason type things. The origin is extremely difficult to find. They say that this Elysium Within, this organization similar to the Illuminati or the Stonemasons, started in a bunch of various ways. You know, it's like you can't really pinpoint the exact origin. There's one that says it started back in like medieval times, and it originated somewhere in Scotland. There's an origin story that says it started with the Civil War in America. There's another one that sort of tries to claim that it started with George Washington. And you're probably looking through all this stuff for a while. There's actually, like, you know, when there's so much information that it's actually a detriment?
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those types of situations. It's like too much information. So you'll find yourself here for quite a while, looking through all of this.
I'm just looking at the other questions, and I think they're going to just end up with the same response. There's going to be too much. I think, if I can, I'll forgo asking the other three. I think as a professor who does a lot of research, I'll very quickly become aware that, okay, this is a very common phrase, a common term that's appeared throughout history, and I'm not going to find what I want. So
Your choice.
I'm gonna do a second search, describing as finitely as I can.
Oh,
the
just
creatures.
Just to be clear, by the way, because I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I wanted to address the fact that you tried to cross reference like eating or something. I would say that you didn't find anything in particular there.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think realizing how much information I'm looking at, I'm gonna do a second search, specifically looking for references and describing the creatures that I saw in the corridor in my dream, with their spears and the glass armor. Something a little bit more specific.
Okay. This will be a separate roll.
$10.
Okay. You get 3 questions.
So I think I'd stay with the same one. What's its origins?
That's an interesting. I think this one's going to take you some time. Compared to the other question, there seems to be very little information on this. I think you get the impression, however, that you are going to have to look, or you sort of cross-reference the fact that you have to look up some really like dark stuff. It would be probably some really obscure texts. You find, I would say that there is a book titled Visions. The author is a former, like, A-list celebrity that fell into obscurity. Someone maybe from, like, the 80s or 90s. That suddenly everyone just stopped seeing anything from them. They didn't do any movies. They just kind of stopped. But there is talk in this book of some place called Metropolis. And these creatures are referenced as Asghouls.
Okay. How can I stop or destroy this? And I suppose in this context I would be looking for specifically about these Asghouls.
These texts, I think, I mean, if you're kind of like just looking it up on the computer, I think you would need to acquire the book.
Okay.
There appears to be a copy in the library.
I think I need that book. So I'll drop out of researching those terms and get the I assume it's going to be on like a Dewey Decimal System of where this book is in the library, or if it's, you know, you can sort of just check if a book's in or if someone's got it, or...
Yeah. It's in an obscure stack in the library, and it actually cannot be taken out. It's only to be looked at in the library. But it's on like the, I would say probably the second floor. And it's stack probably something like 23. And there's probably like, I think there's just an occult section that's there.
Okay. God. Why just even going up a floor in a library makes me second guess everything. It's a library. I will go up to the second floor and look for stack 23.
Sure.
You having fun yet?
I'm educating myself.
Yes. Learning.
I can't go into whatever this is unarmed. I will help myself as much as...
I'm all for it, Anthony.
Good. You're just going to leave me to it?
Leave you to it. I just hope you find what you're looking for. I think our interests intersect.
You know what I'm looking for, do you?
I think I do.
And why not just tell me?
Now, where would the fun in that be?
Do you even know? Is that all you need me for?
I'm just along for the ride, Anthony. I'm enjoying a meal.
You keep saying that. Meals and eating and delicious. What are you eating? What do you feed on?
I think that's stack 23 over there.
And I think again I stopped replying and I walked for stack 23, just sort of taking, I can obviously roll observe if you want me to, just to get a lie of the land, see who's on this floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be keeping an eye out for any cameras that might be pointing at this section.
You can observe a situation if you want.
Yeah. 18.
You can ask me 2 questions.
What's my best way through this? And in that I'm referring to sort of a route from the book out.
Trying to steal the book?
I might be. I haven't quite decided yet.
Well, you know that the books are tagged. They have like a magnetic tag on them. And you just have to find the tag and basically rip out that page.
Okay. What can I use to my advantage?
I would say your reputation? Your status?
Okay. So I will go over to stack 23 and have a look through and see if the book is there.
Sure. So in the catalog, like in the just looking up the book, it does say that the book is there. However, when you get there, you do not see the book in the stack.
Okay.
This is a pretty this is like pretty out of the way, this place too.
Mm.
You can tell like these don't get looked up very much. These books.
Yeah.
Probably a bunch of dust here.
And I guess a cursory look on nearby tables and shelves. It's not around.
Nothing there.
I will attempt to find the librarian.
Okay. It's not hard. I mean, there's like an information desk. There are probably librarians walking about. I think you run into one. He's probably a student. I think like dark skin. He's got like some like thick glasses. He's almost he's probably got like a cardigan on. Sort of like comfortable looking. But he's got a book cart, you know, and he's just going around. Looks like he's putting books back on the shelves. You probably know him.
Sorry, excuse me, young man.
Oh, Professor Charles. What can I do for you?
I was just doing a bit of research. I'm looking for a book that well, it's trippy upstairs, but that doesn't appear to be where it's supposed to be. I was wondering if you could possibly help me locate it.
Sure. Why don't you show me where it's supposed to be, and I can tell you maybe it just hasn't been put back on the shelf yet.
Yes, of course. Second floor, stack 23.
All right, let's take a look.
Thank you.
I'll just kind of follow you back. Okay, 23. Okay, yeah. All right. What's the decimal number?
646.248.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me just check downstairs, and I'll see if it just hasn't been put back yet. It wasn't on my cart.
Right.
What's the name of the book?
I really appreciate it. It's called Visions.
Visions. Okay. Do you know the author?
Sorry, let me just check my paper. Yeah, it says Peter Robertson.
Robertson. Okay. All right, let's take a look.
Thank you.
Do you want to wait here, or do you want to follow me?
Whatever's easiest, I suppose.
I have to come back here to put the books away anyway, so.
Great, thank you. Save the
Sure.
Save the knees.
He heads off.
What are you hoping to find, Anthony?
Anything that can help me make sense of this.
What if this doesn't make any sense?
Even half a step forward from where I am now would make more sense. I can't talk to Dr. Copeland about dreams and monsters. She'll think I've gone mad.
Yes, that's always a possibility, I suppose.
You could save us both an awful lot of time if you actually helped.
The journey is half the fun. Watching you squirm, watching you wriggle about.
That's what you feed on, is it? Others' misery?
No.
Then what?
Professor Charles?
Yes.
Found the book.
Brilliant. Is that it there, or is...
Yeah, I had brought it right up for you. We just hadn't gotten around to putting it on the shelf yet. Sorry.
Wonderful. Sorry, does that mean had someone taken it out before, or?
Well, I can't really talk about that.
So, why is that? Sorry.
Well, it's just a privacy thing, sir. I wouldn't really want to talk to anyone and let them know your checkout history.
No, of course. Wow, this is awkward. Sorry, I'm ever so sorry. I've forgotten your name. It's been ever such a long day.
Drew, sir?
Drew, yes. Yes, of course. Oh, Drew, now, there's a slightly awkward, how can I put it, code amongst us professors. I'm working on a paper. It's one related to my tenure here. If I was to publish findings and then obviously discover another professor was working on a similar field, we try as far as we can to check these things before they come up. So if another professor or even a student's been researching the same areas, it'd be very handy if I could find that out, Drew. I promise, of course. It'd be just between me and you.
Try and influence another.
Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. 14.
Sir, I'm not really supposed to talk about this. You understand?
No, I know. Yes, no, absolutely, of course. It comes under the same sort of code, Drew, don't worry.
It was last checked out by, Professor Aston, sir.
Right. Right, of course. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Drew.
You're not going to tell anyone I told you, right, sir?
No, of course not. Told me what? Hey, Drew?
Right. Okay. Thanks.
No problem. If you don't mind, I think I'd just like to bury my head in this up here and get to work.
Yeah, I gotta get back to work myself. All right.
You're doing a great job, Drew.
Thanks, sir. Always happy to help. He kind of nods his head. Walks back to
I
the
think I
book.
just sort of tuck the book under my arm and just sort of walk off slightly, like in between a couple of shelves. And I think once I was sure he was kind of out of sight or was moving off, I'd thumb through the pages, looking for this tag that I know they have.
The book is Chaos. It is not chaptered. It is not alphabetical. It seems to be written in a non-cohesive way. And the way that it is organized is probably off-putting to you, I think. The way that this is written, it's as if it was written by a crazy person. You can see that the book was transcribed by someone else, probably just like a random scribe of some sort. But there's no real rhyme or reason to the organization here. It doesn't make sense. It's a small book. It doesn't have a lot of information in it. It's probably not much thicker than a magazine. When you start to look through it, you see rantings about these Asghouls and the text is written in a way that it seems like the person that's writing it is scared. They were slaves. They were slaves. They can fight. Do not fight them. You must run. They can see. They can see any creature for what it really is. You may influence them. But you must never fight them. Any other questions?
Not at this point. I think I just want to leave, find that tag, if I manage to find it.
I will, there is also a much cruder rendition, but I'm pretty sure this one's safe to show on stream.
I fucking knew it.
With that, is there any kind of drawing of that in the book I'm reading?
Yes, there is a crude rendition of it in the book.
It's them. I think I'd finish reading that passage and looking at that and just slam the book shut.
How does that make you feel, Anthony?
Terrified. Either I'm going mad, but Martin took this book. Why did he take the book?
A better question, why did you take him?
What?
And we switch scenes. Remy and Quinn. You just had a pretty intense experience with Genesis
I'd say.
and Psy. You just left the Curios and Oddities shop. Remy leaving behind the cat, Lenny, and Quinn leaving behind their watch. You're out in the alleyway right now. Detective Psy kind of looking at you.
What happened in there, Sai? What was that?
Yeah.
Is that like some twisted type of fortune telling or what?
Look, I've used Genesis before for certain special cases. She's never really wrong. So,
I mean,
I wouldn't call it a, it's not like a fortune teller or anything. More like a guide.
what
Chronicler.
kind of guide? I mean, you seem so comfortable, and it was like you done that before, and when she started losing it, it was almost as if you just knew exactly how to bring her back. And Ah, man.
She's never really reacted like this before.
Yeah, what was that? You have any idea?
I just know that that mark is no good, Quinn.
Yeah, I know. I get that now. I don't know how to get it off.
Yeah, well... Jen said something about this, man in the white suit. You seem to know him. You want to tell me about that?
Yeah, well, I mean,
No, I'm talking about him.
Oh,
Me? Oh, man. Well, you know me, I'm
You were
I'm a
freaking out a
famous...
little bit when she mentioned his name. This Hoffman.
Yeah. This Hoffman, I don't think he's any good, you know? One of my friends, well, I don't even know if we're really friends, but she's warned me. Well, she's warned me about this Hoffman guy who I thought maybe he's a powerful guy. He actually pretty much curated my whole art exhibit, and I didn't ask him to. It just kind of happened. And
What do you
my
mean
friend-
you didn't ask him to host an art exhibit?
yeah, well, you know, clearly you've seen me on Instagram, or I'm pretty big in New York, and I thought this is what I wanted. You know, it was almost like he knew exactly what I had wanted. And he's a very odd man. He's a very strange dude. I mean, he did exactly what I would, you know, what I would have thought to have happened, but I just get the worst vibes from him. And I got a warning from another. I don't know if you've heard of anyone called Green before.
Green,
By
like
chance?
the color?
Yeah, like the color, but you know, with the silent E's, she likes silent E's.
Yeah, I've never, I don't know anyone named Green. What about this? Is this guy Mr. White? I don't understand. Is this some kind of Reservoir Dog shit?
I really don't know, Detective. It's been so much, and I've been trying to put it all together, and I tried to show a picture of her, and I swear I took the picture of her, but when I did try to show it, it was just... I know this sounds so dumb, but you gotta believe me, Detective. I mean, you know there's some... what we just went through there, if you can go to a guide like that, clearly you can...
I think we're past the
Believe
point
me.
of belief. I think there's no question about what's going on. I believe you,
Let me
Remy,
mute my
anyway.
fan, sorry.
I believe you. So this weird thing about this guy in my office that I shouldn't have. Max asked me if I knew him. That's fucking weird, right?
I think it's weird to say the least. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't at the time, but now I know. I didn't know it was Remy's benefactor or whatever.
Yeah, clearly he's a powerful man who somehow, some way knew exactly what we wanted, and I just don't even understand.
She told me to look out for him, though. Like, to not make any deals with him.
Well,
You said the same thing.
I don't know
you said,
anything about this
"Don't
Max
sign."
character, you know, but if Jen's telling you that that's the only way to get rid of that mark, I've worked with Jen before.
All right. So where do I find this guy?
Hell if I know.
Well, have you shown him the
Remy?
business card yet, at least?
Business card. You got a business card for this guy?
Yeah. I got one right here, actually. Hold on. And Remy's like shuffling in his pockets. then he pulls it out and shows it to the detective. See, right here.
All right. There's supposed to
No
be something
address, I
on
don't
here.
think. Uh-huh.
The fuck is
What
that?
do you mean?
Is it blank? Let me see.
Yeah, look, Quinn. Look cute.
Do I see anything?
You see something, yes.
Yeah. What does it mean? You can't fucking see this? Sai?
It's a blank card. What are you talking about?
No, there's shit on it.
Blank.
It says Hoffman. What else does it say?
I think it was like, for me specifically, I know it said something different for everyone, but I was trying to...
Yeah. For
Oh, okay.
Remy.
What does it say for me? Okay.
Investments are my specialty.
No, it says... investments are my business.
Business, okay.
So is that what I see on his card?
Nope.
Okay.
You
See,
see
investments in
time is my
yeah.
business on that business card.
Yeah, see, it says right here, Hoffman. Time is my
Investments.
business. What? What?
Invest...
No,
investments
it says
are
time.
my... No, it says investments, Q. I-N-V-E...
I know how to fucking spell Remy. It says time for me.
Card doesn't say
What?
anything. There's nothing on the card.
You can't tell me that it does not say investments right there.
Well, I can, because it doesn't. I love you, but it says time.
Alright, hold on. Can I try to take a picture of it
Sure.
and just like show the picture of it rather than the card itself? So, hold on. Remy just goes and takes the camera and I'm like, look, from the camera.
Does it say the same thing from the camera?
Let's see.
Can I use a move?
You can use a move.
Okay.
Which one are you trying to use first?
I guess I don't really know how to see through the illusion, but I do feel like something fucky is going on right now, so I am trying to do that. So can I do that, or do I need to do
one of
like
the
enhanced
things-
awareness or something?
To see through the illusion, you can only do so when you suffer shock, injuries, or distort your perception through drugs or rituals.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
It's
Okay.
it's part of the move. It says it in the move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. I don't think I know how to do enhanced awareness yet. Like, I think it happens randomly. So I'm going to say no. I am just trying to look at this thing. But so what does it say?
So, Remy, I would like you to roll disadvantage for me, please.
Oh.
Okay. When you take the picture, what usually happens when you start to really
Like,
crave
see-
some,
Oh,
when you really crave some drugs?
well, usually my hands will start shaking, and I kind of like do this blink where I'm just like eyes kind of widen and I go back to normal again, and I just kind of look very uneasy.
Yeah, do you see it?
When you
It says
look,
time is my business.
yeah, when you look at the camera, it just, it's a blank card.
Whoa. What
So if I look at it, do I see
fuck?
a blank as well, or?
Yes.
Oh,
What the
Okay.
fuck?
oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. Stupid
Is it
thing.
like
I don't know
invisible
if,
ink
the
or some
battery-
shit?
I don't know. I don't think I changed the battery. Might not get the right color or something like that. Perhaps.
What's the problem?
It's blank in the fucking
It's
picture.
blank.
It's a blank
But
card.
I swear on my life, it says time
detect.
is my business.
All right, whatever.
Sorry.
Okay.
But look at the card. Look at the card. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I don't see.
Fucking can't
I
deal
don't
with
see
this.
nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe we're
Yeah,
different.
there's definitely something weird.
Definitely something weird. That's something we
sure.
can agree on for sure.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah.
agree. Okay, so
Something's
that's
up with you
Alright.
two for sure.
he's so cute. Who's this guy think he is?
All right. Well, is there a number on the card?
There is a number on the card. Yes.
Yeah.
Which
well, can
I think, when you think back, was not there before.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Do you want to call that number?
yeah. We'll call him up right now and we'll settle this.
My
Show this
phone doesn't
detective.
work. Yeah. Just
Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
do
Remy's, like,
you want me to
fumbling.
call or do you want to call or?
Yeah, Q, you're a lot better with words, especially in these times. Hold on, and I'm like looking for it. Here it is. I'll hold the. You got this?
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. Can you actually just punch in the number for me?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. I'm trying to like unlock the phone, and I'm just like, what's my code? Alright. So then I finally unlocked the phone after maybe like 30 seconds, and then
Remy's
that's
hands are
fancy.
a bit shaky.
Are you
Yeah.
all right?
yeah.
I'm
fine.
It's gonna be fine. It's just a phone call.
Yep, I just have to unlock it.
it'll be okay.
Yeah, I just forgot the code.
Okay.
You know, 4 numbers is kind of a lot to remember, right? So okay.
Yeah.
Remy, you're calling?
Now I'm gonna let
He's
Q
punching
call.
the numbers.
I'm just
in and
dialing it
I'm
in
gonna
though.
call, yeah.
So here it
All
is. What's that number? Here.
I read it off to him.
Sure.
555
Ding.
2872. Okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Here. There you go.
Yeah.
And then Remy just
Call.
like kind of walks away.
It's ringing. Oh God, my fucking hand.
We switch scenes. Dr. Copeland. You are currently having a conversation with Mr. Hoffman. And he sort of reaches down to his pocket and he says, excuse me, there is business I must attend. Hello?
Hello?
Hello. This is not Remy Turner.
No. My name is Quinn. I have
Yes,
a card.
Quinn Dubois. I know
That's-
of you, yes. You have one of my cards.
Suppose I do.
What can I help you with?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me. I have a mark on my hand that I can't get off. And I was told you could help me with that.
Mark. I might be able to speak to my employer about such a thing.
How much?
A very good question. I suppose it depends on the mark. Will you take a picture of it and send it to me?
It's, call me crazy, but I feel like that might give it more power, so why don't I just describe it to you?
Yes,
Yeah, I
that
thought
will
so.
work as well.
It's like a little hook, and apparently it's maybe related to some torturer.
Oh, interesting. You can see Mr. Hoffman start to look at you, Dr. Copeland.
Mm-hmm. Can I hear what's going on in the phone conversation? Is it loud enough for me to hear?
Probably not. I don't know how close you got to him, but
We were pretty close. We exchanged,
I definitely need a move.
Okay. What do I do?
I would assume that this would be a observe a situation kind of thing.
Okay.
Roll perception. No, I think the pain in your arm is too much. Like you cut yourself pretty bad. You didn't hit any arteries, but it hurts real bad.
Yeah. Good point.
I may have to speak with my employer first on such things, Miss Dubois. May I reach you at this number?
Yeah. Don't do anything until I know how much it costs. You hear me?
Ah, very well. A contract has not been signed, and it is important.
Yeah.
Do you still have the card that I gave you?
Maybe. What if I don't?
It would make it more difficult to reach you.
Yeah, well, I think I do. I'm not sure, though. So maybe just call me like a regular person.
Very well.
Great.
Goodbye,
Bye.
Quinn. Excuse me. Business, you understand? It's been a very busy few days.
I'm sure it has.
Now, as we were speaking on your situation,
That's
you were
right.
going to barter for your escape.
I have the distinct impression that you might be able to do a little bit more than just an escape for me.
I am more than happy to assist in the deal. What are you looking for, Dr. Copeland?
I'm looking for a chair. I want to sit down for a second, and I want to take care of these wounds on me. First and foremost. And I won't make any deal until that's done.
Try to influence another, please.
I know I have something you want, and I'm more than happy to discuss it with you.
Very well. Why don't you have a seat?
Thank you.
You get the distinct impression and feel a chair behind you.
Alright, I take a look at it. It looks like a normal chair, right?
It is. It depends on your definition of normal. It's a kind of weird. It looks kind of rusty and metallic, like an iron sort of chair, or like steel that's been severely rusted.
It doesn't look like it's gonna kill me if I sit on it, does it?
Probably not.
Alright. Gingerly, I sit down on the chair.
There's like the crunchy rust sound, you know, that happens when you sit down on it.
I know.
Sounds like cornflakes.
Thank you, Mr. Hoffman.
I just want you to be comfortable. After all,
About my second request. I had
yes,
some injuries.
your wounds. Let me take a look now. He walks over and he sort of grabs your wrist kind of gingerly at first, and then he's a bit rough, like he pulls your arm out straight, and you can feel the tension from the dislocated shoulder. And he said, yes. Let's see what we can do about that. He takes a cigar out from his pocket. And it's already lit. Takes the cigar and looks at you in the eye and he wrenches your wrist, and you can just kind of feel your shoulder pop back into place.
I moved around a little bit. Does it still hurt?
It hurts, but you
As
can
bad as it
see,
did?
and you can see a wicked scar where you cut yourself. And he turns your hand over and he says, that, however, I can't fix without serious compensation. And he points to the symbol that you've drawn on yourself.
That's
That
fine.
is bleeding.
I don't want that fixed.
Of course you don't. A very interesting person.
Tell me a little
Now.
bit about your needs.
My needs. Very curious. Curious. For now, my needs are to serve my employer. And to assist you with your bargain. Now, you have been healed. You have been given a means of escape. And now, you said you wanted something more, perhaps?
Go back. Tell me about the means of escape again.
You are here and not in the back of a police car, are you not?
How do I know that this is any better?
You don't.
Well, then it's not really an escape, is it?
Of course it is. You are no longer in the police car.
Out of the frying pan, am I right?
That depends on perspective. As does most things.
How can I help you, Mr. Hoffman?
Again, not me in particular. My employer is the one that I serve. I've been told by my employer that you have certain knowledge that is valuable, and knowledge is power.
I don't generally do, business with people I don't know.
Unfortunately, you have already signed the contract. Business has begun.
What kinds of information do you seek?
Specifically, the information about a certain ritual. I believe you understand the one that I am speaking of.
I see. Well, if you know about the ritual, what do you need me for?
The specifics, only certain people can read those books, Dr. Copeland.
Oh.
You are... And he taps his index finger on your head. One of them.
Really?
Yes. Not many people could end up here.
I suppose it must be pretty rare then.
Very rare indeed.
Why me? Couldn't find anyone else? I'd like to observe a situation.
You want to read a person, or do you want to...
Or, sorry, read a person. Yeah, read a person.
You can roll plus intuition to read a person.
Okay. 16.
Okay, you can ask me 2 questions from the list there.
How?
And you don't
Mr.
have to
Hoffman.
ask them both now. You can ask them in the course of the conversation.
Okay. Mr. Hoffman, forgive me. I take a lot of notes for my research. I'm sure you understand how important it is to me. Just out of curiosity and for the sake of science, I'd like to know, how are you feeling right now?
Greedy.
Very good. Thank you.
You must understand, I do work for a very demanding individual.
Certainly.
I would like all of the details that you read in regards to the ritual.
I can do that. What do I get in return?
Get?
Get.
You have already received all that you will get. In regards to this deal, however, if you seek something else, another deal, perhaps, can be struck. If
For
you
this
have
deal.
anything else to offer.
Mr. Hoffman, for this deal, my line of work may be dangerous. The acquisition of such knowledge is not a simple or safe pursuit. If I run into trouble, like the trouble I encountered tonight, moments ago, I will not be able to fulfill your task.
Ah. But my task will be complete once I take the information from you. What further need do I have for you? Or my employer? Unless you can provide some other thing to trade?
Yes, I can. Expertise. It's not a simple thing. The procedure, the ritual is not easy. It is in fact very elaborate.
Very well.
Exceedingly elaborate.
Let's find out, shall we? Mr. Hoffman then takes his fingers and jams them into your skull. And that's where we're going to take our break.
What?
Woo! Yo.
Woo. Yep, that's
Aye.
fine.
Okay.
Finger skull.
Yeah.
I hope you wear gloves because I have a dirty mind.
Hey. Got him.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, we're going to take a little bit of a break here, folks. If you have not done so, please make sure you follow all of these lovely people. Give them a follow. Follows are free. Go make it happen. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/facade if you want to follow them on all the places. If you're in the Twitch chat, you can click on the links there. But head on over to the website. You can go click on the links and make it easy. Please make sure that you follow us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tablestory, and we're Tablestory on YouTube as well. If you're not on the Discord, come join us. Come hang out. That's just tablestory.tv/Discord. And if you want to help support in a non-monetary way and you followed us on all the places, just come chat on the Discord. It's a great way to meet other individuals that are
Review
into...
and rate on iTunes. Sorry. Please help us.
That would be great too. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You do have to download iTunes and do it that way, though. It does make a
I'm
big
so
difference.
sorry, but it really does help.
It helps. And if you want to help support in a monetary way, you can head on over to our Patreon. You can check that out by heading on over to tablestory.tv/pledge. And we've got a ton of stuff up there. MP3 versions of the shows that we do. We've got a podcast called Ready to Roll that we just released in audio and video format that we threw up there. We did some question and answers from the community. We've got artwork. We've got all kinds of stuff up there, so go check it out. Thank you so much for the subs there. Somber, thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, go give them a follow, everybody. We'll be back in just a little while. Hang tight for more Facade. Welcome back, everybody, to Tablestory's Facade. Apologies for the rando disconnect. I don't know what's going on, but I dropped a couple frames, and then stream just kind of died, so I don't know. It happened yesterday, too. Yesterday I dropped 0 frames and the stream died. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, thank you for bearing with us. We return as Dr. Copeland. You feel this stinging sensation as Mr. Hoffman sticks his fingers into your skull. I would like you to recall for me the ritual.
All right. Well, it's just gonna take me just a second to remember all the details. Let's see. It started with a research chemical. There was a research chemical, and it was called research chemical 62A, and one of the side effects of this chemical was that it made it both easier to remove organs and it kept those cells alive a little bit longer. The details of the ritual are somewhat specific. It involves removing several important organs from a subject and arranging those organs, intestines, livers, kidneys, into a very specific shape. There are words, there are sensations, and the last piece is a heart. A heart affected by the research chemical 62A. Still beating. The vivisection and trauma induced to that organ is directly proportional to the next part, which is travel. Across space, time, something.
Where is the heart now?
There were several. They don't last forever. There is one that may still be viable in my office, but the police have surely found it by now.
The stinging sensation subsides. And we switch scenes. Remy, Quinn. And you've just gotten off the phone with Mr. Hoffman.
Here, take the phone back.
Huh? Yo, what?
Willie's just talking to that guy.
What did he say? What did he say? What did he say?
He'd look into it. I told him not to do anything until I knew how much the shit costs. You know, what if he wants like an arm or something?
Oh, well, I know he likes contracts at least, but
Yeah, that's what he
I honestly
said.
don't know what it entails.
That's what he said. A contract hasn't been drawn up, so don't worry.
Don't
Okay.
worry, he says. Yeah. Well, I was told not to sign anything, Q. So maybe
Yeah, especially with this guy.
this guy.
What the fuck am I supposed to do about this mark, man?
I don't know. Does it hurt?
Yeah, a little bit. It stings. It's bleeding.
Doesn't look like
that.
it's bleeding as much as before.
Yeah, it's
Did he
not
tell
as bad.
you
but
anything
uh,
that he could do with it, or
he said he'd have to talk to his employer. Whatever the fuck that
Oh yes, that's who he talked about too. His employer. So apparently there's somebody else out there, and I assume he might be the one that knows a little bit more about anybody that he's come into contact with and offered these kind of deals to.
Fuck.
And maybe he's just the guy, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gives me the creeps. Honestly, that was one of the weirdest feelings ever when I first met him. Like I had to leave the exhibit. I just ran.
Wait a minute. Your fucking card says what?
On mine,
Yeah.
said that investments are his
And
not
mine says
specialty,
time.
but in time. Yeah, I mean, and then when I took the picture of it, it was blank. So
I shoot a look at Sai. I'm very uncomfortable. More time, Sai?
I mean, I don't
Do you think
know.
he's why I'm here? Still?
Think he had something to do with it?
I don't know, maybe.
no, I hope not, because
I don't know what it is
No.
we're dealing with here.
Yeah,
Quinn,
me either, but
I've seen some weird things. I've seen some really bad things. And I've hoped to keep you out of. There's a lot out there that I've tried to keep you away from.
what about the stuff that Doc was talking about? You know, she was talking about travel, and I don't know if she mentioned time when, you know, when you were in her office. Do you remember that? She thought that, you know, we kind of laughed it off, but maybe this could be linked to it.
I don't think so, Remy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe. Maybe. Fuck, sorry, maybe.
I really don't know.
I didn't mean
I
to
really don't
dismiss
either.
that.
I don't. But we haven't slept.
Yeah, I'm really fucking tired. Sai, can we use your couch?
Please, even if it's just for a few hours.
Yeah, what the hell? That's fine. As long as I can grab a few hours.
Yeah, man, I'll take the floor.
Nah, I'll take the floor, whatever. I don't need the most comfortable thing to sleep on. You know, even in my crib, there's just this little air mattress that I sleep on. So
I just really don't think we should be alone right now.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan. All right. Let's head back to the
I'll pay for the cab.
place.
Man, now I am
The cab.
so
We're gonna
tired.
get back in my car.
What? Oh, you drove?
Yeah. Drove.
All right, sorry. All right.
You really need
Where's
to
your-
get some sleep, Q.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired. I'm gonna
I think
pass
we
out
all do. I
in
think
your
we
car.
all do.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, you did
I
drive.
just might.
I was in the passenger seat. All right.
Okay.
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay.
We switch scenes. Max. Where are you headed?
That's a really good question. I think I'd consider hitchhiking, but I'm very aware that hot and sweaty, possibly ill, is not a good thing to be putting in somebody else's car, because that can raise suspicions. So is there like a local bus station or something?
Oh yeah, they'd have bus stops. They have bus stops. They got subways. There's a lot of public transport in the city.
Somewhere that's gonna take me somewhere long distance as opposed to a
Oh yeah, I mean they have like
short distance.
yeah, they have like they have Grand Central could take you to like they have like longer distance trains. They've got you could go to the Port Authority if you're going to New Jersey.
Which is cheapest?
Bus, probably,
Bus.
but not by
Bus
that
then.
much.
No, bus is better. Bus.
Okay. All right. You gonna grab a cab? Get there? Taking the subway? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll be walking to the subway and using the subway.
Okay. You go
I
outside.
don't like it, but it's cheap.
You go outside. You're not cold at all. You're also still steaming a little bit.
I'll make a big show of kind of like blowing into my hands like, oh, really cold today, like hoping people think that it's just my breath. Does anybody seem to notice?
You can try and act under pressure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, everybody you're walking past seems to be giving you like strange looks.
What? Pricks.
Kind of walking past.
Is it like uncomfortably hot now, or am I just
Yeah.
not cold?
Yeah.
And it's still snow.
Oh yeah, there's snow on the ground. People are bundled the fuck up.
I'm gonna duck into just like not quite into an alley, but just somewhere out of the way, so I'm not blocking up the pavement. And I'm gonna take my glove off and just sink it into the snow. Does it help?
In what way? Are you looking to feel colder?
Yeah. Yeah, to see whether it feels like it brings my temperature down. I don't want to be ill.
Does not feel colder.
I'll take the gloves off and bundle them into the bag. Head down, just straight to the subway.
Okay. Start to head down into the subway. And as you're walking down and the sounds of the traffic basically start to disappear, you start to notice that you're walking down the stairs in daylight of the subway, and there's nobody else there. That does not happen in New York City.
I'm looking around to see if I've missed a sign or something been closed up or something.
No.
Fucking weird. Oh. At least they're not staring anymore. I'm very much at the fuck 'em all headspace right now. I'm straight down like, where do I need to be? Where do I need to go?
Okay. Probably take a look at the map.
Mm-hmm.
Just to figure out exactly where you need to go. Where your connections might have to be. Takes a while to get acclimated to the subway system in New York City.
Oh, God.
As you're looking at the map, feel like the hairs on the back of your neck start to stand up, and suddenly you feel cold.
I spin around straight away. Is there somebody behind me?
You can try and use perception to find out.
Okay.
Observe a situation. 16. You can ask me 2 questions.
What should I be on the lookout for?
There are no people here. And you've never seen this in what's probably close to lunchtime in New York City on today would be I think it's Sunday now. Even on a Sunday. Lunchtime? Chinatown? Chinatown is tourist trap. Sunday is nuts in Chinatown.
What is my best way through this?
I have several different ways to answer this. What are you trying to do?
I am trying to get the fuck out of here as quickly as possible.
Finding the right door.
Oh, awesome. Yay. I'm not even sure how Max would interpret that.
This cold sensation that's sort of come across your body. You don't feel cold, but it sort of felt like as if you just opened the freezer or something along those lines, you know? Like a gust of cold air on your back and your neck. You hear something down in the subway, though. Sounds like something's running.
I'm gonna be going in the opposite direction to wherever I hear that coming from. And then as I turn to walk in the opposite direction, I'll spin around and just be like, no, fuck this. And just lean back against the subway wall, like, get my bag nice and comfy up in the crook of my elbow. And just like nonchalantly lean back with one foot kicked up against the wall and just reach down and feel for the gun.
You can feel the gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hot to the touch. Not to the point of burning yourself.
Fuck.
But close.
Shit, is she giving?
You know when you try to move something in a hot pan and you're too lazy to grab a utensil or something? It's a bit like that.
Oh, she's giving me faulty fucking weaponry now. Fucking brilliant. Ugh. Alright. Ditch it. Keep it.
Where are you, little fish? I can smell you.
Fish.
Come out, little fish. We have a fight to conclude.
Oh, fuck's sake. Seriously?
Where are you, little fish?
It's the fish thing supposed to be creepy. That's fucking... It's just weird. That's just weird. I'm out here. I'm by... Oh, none of these make any sense. Just follow the sound of my voice, creepy fish dude. Ugh.
Stepping into the light on your side of the platform, you can see something jump up on the train tracks. Long coat, scuffed up face. You see the same thing with long claws.
Ah, there you are. I knew I could smell you.
You got a good sense of smell, have you? Is that what the fish thing is about? Are you telling me I need to get tested or something? Because that's a bit personal.
You should watch what you eat.
Watch what I eat. What are you like vegan? You don't look vegan.
No. You ran from our first encounter.
Yeah, because I didn't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you, I'll be honest.
Oh.
Why do you want to fight me? Did I fuck your boyfriend?
It's part of the game.
Not any wiser about
You
what the
are
shit
a
you're talking
player
about.
now.
I'm a player. Okay, cool. So I did fuck your boyfriend or I didn't? Can you just illuminate me?
I will illuminate you.
Starts to step closer.
I'll take a step back. See, that's not illuminating. That's making the situation worse. So why are you playing? If this is a game, why are you playing?
That's a bit personal.
You can try to influence another.
Okay, and I've got a +2 against this one. This is the same one from outside the club, right?
But I suppose it doesn't matter if I tell you. I'm playing because, well, if I don't, I'll go mad.
Is this... Oh, fuck. Is this sane? Shit. I am so sorry. So the plane keeps you sane?
Yes.
And this is better?
Oh, yes.
Huh. We could just not. Couldn't you fight? Why me? This doesn't make sense. I'll be honest, like, aside from you seriously needing a fucking manicure, we've got no beef.
You were the target that came up.
What, so somebody
Surely
else...
you've been given a target as well.
Oh, okay, we're gonna have words. Big, oh, you need bullets. Thinks he's the Rock. Sorry, is that a bit of a cult reference for you? Would you, like, just basically a human wall? Is this ringing any bells?
Afraid not.
Huh.
Now, won't you be a good girl and die for me?
Do I look like a good girl?
I suppose it doesn't matter.
No, I suppose it doesn't. I'll just pull the gun out. Does this mean anything to you? Because it's really fucking hot.
Influence another. I'm going to say you get a +1.
On top of the 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Where did you get that?
Oh, we're asking more personal questions.
I did answer one of yours.
And I answered one of yours, so it's all fine. Ask me the one about the fish again.
Do you even know how to use that thing?
Try me.
Very well, little fish. I'd be careful out there. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's drawn you as a target.
Noted.
They start to walk.
You got a name if I draw you?
They start to walk backwards into the darkness.
Oi! Oh, that's fucking weird. Moonwalking out of a conversation. I'm gonna call you Barry. Bye, Barry. Fucking weirdos in this city, man. Jesus. Put the gun back in the back of my pants. Okay, oh, fuck. Right, train, bus.
You wait
Do
for
I
a
know where
moment, and people start filing down the steps.
Does the gun still feel hot?
No.
Okay. Head back down. I'm going to be heading for whichever platform takes me to the bus station.
All right, we switch scenes as the train arrives. Professor Charles. What are you up to now?
So I wanted to attempt to find that metal tag on the book. If we're still there. And assuming I do find it, I'd imagine I take a second. I assume I find it attached to either the back cover or in one of the pages.
It's actually not in the back cover. It's somewhere in the middle.
So the first thing I would I assume this book can't be taken out, or isn't supposed to be taken out. But it can be copied, photocopied, like photocopy a page, I mean, not the entire book.
Yeah, definitely.
So the first thing I would do is whatever page the metal tag is on, I would take a copy of both sides of that page.
Okay.
And just tuck those in my jacket pocket. And then secrete myself in a quiet corner of the library. It's a phrase.
Sure it is.
And I just take a second too long just sort of looking over this page. Scholars, forgive me. And just rip out as small a portion as I can of that would just take this metal tag out of the book.
Sure.
And just quickly
Where are you
shove
doing
it.
this?
So I would have gone down sort of, I'm imagining on the second floor still, where it's a bit quieter, like down between two bookcases, not visible as far as I can
Act under pressure
tell.
for me. Because yeah, they're usually like in the middle, and they're like towards the spine. They're like a nightmare. Oh. So you're trying to get this thing out, and you totally tear like the page. Just.
Yeah. I'm very glad I photocopied it. So I will, like, whatever I've ripped off immediately gets shoved in the nearest bookcase I'm at. The book goes straight in my satchel, and I'm heading for the nearest exit. Composed, but at a
So
brisk
I'm sorry,
pace.
you don't get the tag.
No, so the tag. Oh, so I don't get the tag.
No.
The tag's still in the book.
No. You tore the page, but you couldn't get the tag out. No.
Okay.
Yeah, you rolled a 3. That thing's in there, man. Whoever put that tag in there did a good job.
I won't keep ripping, otherwise there'll be no pages left. Shit. Okay. Can I observe just around where I am? I just want to take a fresh scan of the library. I have something in mind, but I got to see if there's anything around that I can do it with.
Yeah,
Right.
you can make an observation. Sure.
16.
Okay. You can ask 2 questions.
What can I use to my advantage?
What are you trying to do?
In my head, I need to get out of here as quick as possible. I have to take this book with me. I can't just photocopy bits of it. So I want to create
A distraction?
a distraction, basically, yeah. I'm looking
Okay.
specifically if there's a massive pile of books I can push over, or maybe not quite as far as a fire alarm, but just something that will draw attention away so I can leave.
I think those are the pretty, like, the easiest ones. You know, you can, like, knocking over some stacks of books are a good way to make a distraction. It's not going to be pleasant, but it could work.
And what should I be on the lookout for in terms of getting out of here?
I mean, there's security, and then there's, the librarians, there's other people. Just the people in general. I would say, like, there's definitely a security guard. Probably at least 2.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be one by the door, and then there'd be one that's, like, on patrol through the library.
Okay. Oh, this could go so badly wrong.
There's also cameras, making sure students don't fuck in the stacks.
Ruin all the fun. So I will put the book in my satchel, lock that, buckle that. Yes, I will. Okay. And then I'll go and lurk amongst the shelves again.
Okay.
And I loosen off my tie. And I look for the nearest, biggest stack of books. And clock whatever guard is nearest the nearest door. And I've made myself look like this. And I'm gonna, as hard as I can, basically whatever, probably if it's on a table, I'm just gonna flip the whole table of books.
Well,
and then...
Yeah, I mean, they'd be, like, metal stacks, I think. Let me actually just look real quick.
Okay, as opposed to, like, a stack on a table.
So the NYU library is fucking huge. Wow. That is crazy. I will show you a picture.
Holy yeah.
Yep. I had no idea it was that massive. My God. So it looks like there are, there's like stacks of books. There's also screens on each floor.
Holy Jesus. Okay.
Here's the link for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a bunch of stacks. They're normal, like, bookcase height.
I mean, I'm not intending to do the whole domino thing, but I'll attempt to push one. I might even pick an end one and push it away from the stack so I can't do the domino thing. But yeah, he's gonna push one over, attempting to make a nice big bang, and then he's gonna run straight towards a security guard that's nearest the nearest exit out.
Okay. You're gonna run to a security guard. Got it.
I'm picking a stack that isn't visible to the security guard. That's what I'm pushing over, and then I'm legging it to the guard.
All right. So act under pressure first. You've got a +1 on this because of your observe the situation. Oh, okay.
10.
So you push over the first stack, collides with another one, and sort of just splashes over onto the ground. When it does so, it falls on your ankle. I would like you to endure injury, please.
13.
Okay. Lands on your ankle. Hurts like a son of a bitch.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, what's going on?
And now with the limp, I come out of the stack and beeline straight for this guard.
I don't know if they have an alarm, but there would probably be like an alarm or something that I think would go off.
Yeah.
In a library this nice, I would assume that they'd have some kind of alarm for something like this. And I don't have an alarm sound, unfortunately. But you can hear the alarm start to go off, and several people are like all around you. And there's probably a few students that like rush over, seeing the case like fall on your ankle. There's a guy just like, "Whoa, you all right?"
So yeah, I kind of ignore everyone, and I'm heading straight towards the exit and the nearest security guard.
Okay, you're on the I would assume on the probably where did you do this, on the second floor there?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess the first floor above the ground floor.
Yes.
I have to communicate this extra specially because the way that we do things different in the UK.
First floor for those in the UK, yeah.
Yeah, so you make a beeline for the stairs. You rush to the stairs. Start running down the stairs. Hey, what the hell? There's like a few students that are kind of like looking around like, what's going on?
Excuse me, guard, quick, quickly.
He like rushes over. What the hell's going on?
Please, this man, he just attacked me. He's just stolen a first edition.
What are you talking about? What's going on?
In the stall to the aisle at the end, the man's just stolen my book. Please, please, you have to get after him.
Influence other, please. I think you still have a +1 here.
I'm going to jail. 7.
Whoa, slow down. What happened?
A student, he saw me doing some research. He obviously recognized the book, and he look at me. He attacked me and just stole the book and ran out the back exit.
They stole the book and ran out the exit? They what?
The books can be very valuable, man. You're guarding a library. You should know this.
Oh, what do you mean they ran out the exit? They ran through the front? There's no back exit.
I was in the middle of taking a shelf off my ankle. They attacked me and ran away from me.
They ran away from you. What did they look like?
It's about my height, blonde hair, shaggy hair, green, they had an NYU hoodie on.
Okay. You said they went which way?
If they haven't come this way, they must have headed up to the other end.
All right.
Please, it's a priceless book.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Yeah, Jerry, do you see anybody coming through the entrance there? Anybody looks like they're running in a panic? No, we don't got anybody coming through here. Just a few students looking confused. What's the alarm going off for? What's going on? I don't know. We got a professor here. He just claims somebody stole a book. All right. I'll see what's going on in the control room. All right, hold on.
All right, just wait here. You okay? You hurt or anything?
I've injured my ankle, and I mean it's just the book.
All right. Well, let's get you to the security room, okay? Let's get you to the security room.
I mean, is that necessary? You could go after him.
We got a first aid kit. Make sure you're okay. Maybe we'll call you an ambulance, okay?
Look, I can take care of myself. Please, the book. You don't understand.
Someone's gonna take care of the book, okay? We got cameras. We know what's going on in the library.
Right. Right. Okay.
All right, just come with me. Come on, let's get you taken care of, okay?
I don't think
it's
I
okay.
You're gonna
That's
have
all
to
right.
get
Just
someone.
lean on me. Just lean on me.
No,
it's fine.
It's too That's too much. You have to get somebody else.
No. It's fine. Come on. Just hop on one foot. Come on. Just lean on me. That's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just lean on me. It's okay. All
These
right,
guys
come on.
Armed?
No. They probably have like a flashlight. Like one of those mag lights.
No pepper spray or anything like that.
Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to try to make a move.
No, not unless there's going to be something. I mean, no.
A cursory glance doesn't tell you much.
Okay.
All right. Well, he's going to start hauling you. He's going to start hauling you to the security office.
Have you got people after the book? Who's going after the book? I mean, you're the closest man. I can sit on the stairs, all right? I'm not going to go anywhere.
It's all right. We got all the exits taken care of. Nobody's getting out of here without going through an exit, okay?
Right.
We'll track him down. The library's made in such a way where it's not exactly easy to just run out.
Right.
That's why there's all these floors. We got an emergency exit, but we've got guards nearby. It's fine.
Right, okay.
All right, come on. Security's right through here.
Right, yes, I'm fine. Okay.
Starts to walk you through security. To this, you can see the office just says security on it.
Ooh, Anthony. This could be trouble.
I guess I'm very well aware of what it's going to be. I'm trying to do this for you. You're going to ruin my life, my career. Just laugh. You can do something, can't you?
Why do you think I would help you here, Anthony? What are you offering me? You've already neglected to pay me for our first bargain.
Remy, this is my first bargain. I'm trying to do what you want me to do. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm ruining my life for this.
All right, just have a seat here. Professor
It's Professor Charles. I'm the head of history.
Professor Anthony Charles, head of history. What were you before? The feet?
I was always a professor of history, just not here.
All right, let's have a look. All right, just put your foot up here. Let's take a look here. The case fell right on it?
Yes, right. Just there. Just
Can you move it?
Below the shin. I think so, yes.
All right, well, it's not broken. Okay. Let's see. Can you wiggle your toes?
Of course I can wiggle my toes.
All right. Let's just have a feel. Yeah, that's a nasty bruise. You probably sprained it.
Is he on the floor
Norm?
at this point?
No, he'd probably just he'd pull a chair over, and he's probably just got your foot, like on his knee or something, and he's just kind of having a look at it. All right, yeah, it's a nasty bruise. Hey, Norm, did you see anything on the cameras?
I'm taking a look. But I don't see anybody trying to make a break for the exit.
I mean, they could still be in here. This is an enormous building. I have enough trouble finding my way myself. How do you know they're not still in here?
All right, can you just go back? Just go back a few minutes. Yeah, where did you say this happened?
The second floor. I believe.
Floor.
Yeah. Why? Yes.
Okay. It was right by where you found me.
It was the other end of the corridor of the gangway. Yes.
All right. Yeah. So 5 minutes. Just go back. Second floor. Yeah. Just section. Where were we? F. You start to see the security footage get rewound up on the monitor, and you can start to see yourself getting into position to push the bookcase over. What the hell's going on?
Give me a way out of here. You won't get what you need. I can't help you. I can't move.
Try to influence another.
It's gone. Hey.
Anthony, I told you I'm just along for the ride. I can't help you.
Well, fine. Your ride's about to end. Well done.
If I can't help you, though, Anthony, maybe someone else can.
Oh, what? Norm, the overly friendly security guard?
Didn't you get a business card?
What?
A business card, Anthony. A business card. Where did you put the business card?
Hey, that looks a lot like you just pushing over a library bookcase here, Professor Charles. I don't see anybody else. What's going on?
I'm sorry, that's clearly not the footage. What are you accusing me of?
I'm accusing you of pushing over a bookcase. You just lined yourself up and you pushed over a bookcase.
Well, you clearly missed the bit from the attack. He attacked me and I went to steady myself on the case.
You can try and influence the other, and you have a -1 going into this.
What? 15.
What? All right, Norm, just go back a little bit more. I'm going back. Was it in a different section? Try G and H too. This is a professor. He's not gonna push over a bookcase for no reason. That's ridiculous.
Thank you. This is not my normal day, you understand. Please tell me you found the book.
Yeah, he says something got stolen. It's all right, Professor. Don't worry. We'll get this sorted out.
Sorry, do you have some water or
Yeah, you look a bit peaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's water right outside. Hold on. He's gonna sort of put down your ankle. Norm's like still trying to pour through the footage. You can see him like pulling up different camera angles and looking through.
How far away is this water?
Yeah, you saw it out in the hallway when you came in. It was just a water cooler.
I'm gonna pull out my phone and simultaneously go to step out of the security office.
Hobble out of the security office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look down the corridor towards the guards that's getting me the water. Is there anything over the corridor? Like another office?
What do you mean over the corridor?
So sorry, the coming out of the security room, is it just a hallway with walls on both sides? Like, would there be an office over the hallway is what I guess what I mean.
No, it'd just be if they'd have a ceiling. I mean, yeah, because like if you look at that library picture, the security room would most likely be like ground floor, probably like in underneath, you know, all that stuff, all the stairs and stuff.
If he's not looking directly this way, I'm gonna try and I'll have the phone like ready coming out of my pocket as I just start to walk away. Like not so loud it's like he's gonna hear me hobbling or running, but I'm just like briskly walking away.
Sure. You can act under pressure.
14.
Yeah, your ankle hurts a bit, and you start to walk away, phone in your hand.
I'm making a beeline for the exit of the library.
As you near the exit, you can hear the security guard. Hey, Professor Charles, where are you going? Professor Charles!
And I'd like okay. And then keep walking. Like my phone up.
Oh, influence other, and I'll say you get a +1 for that. That was pretty slick.
19.
Oh my god! What? You walk out of the library.
And like this would probably just go out onto the, would it go out onto the street? In fact, I've been there. It does, I think. Like it's not inside campus.
It just goes out onto the street. Yeah. Almost all the buildings, like a lot of them are just on streets. They have purple flags that hang down for NYU. Like you can see like where the campus is, basically by like these purple flags that'll be hanging down.
Yeah. And I just like immediately down the steps, hail a cab, and get in.
Off you go. I think that's a good ending spot for us today. For the show. Wow.
James Bond. Anthony Bond.
That was so
like,
used up his entire lifetime's worth of charisma in one incident.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Amazing.
Whoo-wee. I was dying. Hey, that's you on video, just standing there getting a vision and pushing over that book. And I just was like, I lost
no,
it.
it's not.
That's fake news.
Oh, yeah,
That's
no,
what that
it
is.
can't be. I must be wrong.
I'm a professor. You must be mistaken.
I'm like, there's no way he gets out of this one. Like, that's impossible.
I'm sure everything will be fine. I wouldn't worry.
No repercussions at all.
I
I'm sure everything will be fine. Those earlier horrible rolls, that's fine. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fine.
Yeah, I love that security guard.
Good session, everybody. That went really fast.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that's gonna end things for the day. If you haven't done so, please make sure you follow all of these wonderful people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/facade. Go click on all the links. Go follow them in all the places. And if you have yourself an Amazon Prime or a Twitch Prime, link them up and go support them. Go get yourself some emotes. It's really helpful, and they're fantastic people and role players. Go follow them and make sure that you show them some love and support. If you want to help support Tablestory in a non-monetary way, make sure you're following us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tablestory, and follow us on YouTube, Tablestory there as well. And if you want to help support us in a monetary way, please only do so if you can swing it during these difficult times. The world is a very crazy place right now, and just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of others first. We're okay. Only head there if you can swing it, really. And that's at tablestory.tv/pledge. And let's do final shout-outs, and I've got some questions for the players. Let's go around the room. Tempo, would you be so kind as to start us off, please?
Ooh, yeah, great session, guys. I go by the name of Tempo, and you can catch me on twitch.tv. I tend to stream StarCraft 2 for the most part, but I've been exploring other games lately, and even doing some live dog walking streams as well, so that's been pretty fun. And
what?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What?
That's amazing.
But we found, so we're like, okay, so we go on like different adventures and like find random stuff. Like I found this sweet printer, like out of nowhere, and I'm like, Penny, look, it's a printer. Like what? Like what is it doing? So we go around my city and just go on the randomest adventures and just do it up. So that's been a little nice change of pace as well.
Sorry, what is your puppy's name again?
Penny.
Oh my.
Penny Lane.
I'm
Penny Lane.
sorry. Netflix series when?
Yeah.
Right? And she's awesome. She's like a husky pit mix, and just like it's like sniffing all around for like everything all the time. So that's been pretty fun. But yeah, follow me on twitch.tv/tempo with the 0, twitter.com, Team Tempo with the 0 as well, and then YouTube, it's Tempo with the 0 as well. So awesome session, guys.
Thank you, buddy. I got some questions to ask you.
Sure.
Let me just find the page here in the book.
Oh, we should try geo-tracking. I might try that, Mask. I might try that.
Okay. Have we discovered anything new about the truth?
It's a bit vague right now because I think Q was on the phone and I just asked, and Hoffman has been very concealing of it, so I don't believe so.
Okay. Have we learned anything new about our characters?
I don't believe so this episode. It's just been
Okay.
Remy just yeah, he needs sleep, but we already knew that, so hopefully wake up with a nice fresh mind.
Have we challenged ourselves?
Yes. Sadly, I mean, oh man, I feel like this is the first episode.
Sometimes it's a no, man. Sometimes it's a no.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
The card, I guess, was about. Yeah, somebody mentioned the card, but I don't know. I guess it was about the truth, but we don't know what the hell that was. We just know that it's messed up. So yeah.
Okay.
Solid 0 right around the board, right across the board.
It's all right. It's all right. Thank you. PB?
Hello. Hi, I am Pumpkinberry, and I played Quinn for you today. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Pumpkinberry. I am currently playing through the original Final Fantasy VII, and it's amazing. Nice. Yeah, it's so good. I played it a long time ago when it first came out, and I've forgotten everything, so everything is like new to me. It's so lovely. I'm really enjoying it. And then I am also here again on Sunday for Dying Order, where I play an old woman sorcerer, and I love it so much. You should definitely come check that out. And then I'm also here again on Wednesdays, where I GM our surreal thriller Gone. I'm ready for questions. Let's go.
Thank you, PB. Have we discovered anything new about the truth?
I think so. I think, how do I say this without spoiling things? I think Quinn has learned maybe a little bit a step in why they are here. Still, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I think she's got a pretty good lead.
I think that's more, have we learned anything new about our characters, personally?
Oh, because it's ourselves?
Yeah.
All right, I suppose they have, yeah.
I'm gonna say no on the truth.
Yeah. If we'll alternate. If it's characters, then that makes more sense to me, because I was going to say no on have we learned anything more about our characters. So,
have we challenged ourselves?
Yeah, that phone call was terrifying.
2 XP.
Thank you.
Nicotine.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicotine. I am a roleplayer on twitch.tv. That's twitch.tv/nicotine, Nikatine. I play a lot of Grand Theft Auto. I usually don't play characters quite as serious as this one. But I am having a ton of fun. It's my very first tabletop show here on Tablestory. So that's Nicotine, Nikatine on Twitch, and on Nicotine Prime on Twitter.
Thank you. Have we discovered anything new about the truth?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That ethereal beings like Hoffman exist in this space. Ethereal. Somebody who sticks their fingers inside of somebody else's head, I wouldn't call necessarily normal. Either live or are able to traverse places like this, like the room with the doors, that they have feelings, like greed, and the means to act on those feelings.
Have we learned anything new about our characters?
Yes. That the ability to perform that ritual is both rare and valuable.
Have we challenged ourselves?
Definitely so. I did not want to sit on that rusty chair. I didn't want to do it. I'm gonna need a shot afterwards.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Also, really didn't want to get burned by a cigar.
That's a hard lawyer right there.
I'm okay with stabbing hearts, but man, rusty chairs.
No.
Tetanus shot.
I'm gonna say you got 2. I'm gonna say you got 2.
Doc.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 2. Thank you.
Sure.
Jay?
Hi, I'm Jay Britton, professional voice actor and streamer. You can find me over on twitch.tv/Jay Britton. Fuck me, that was fun tonight.
Yeah, it was
I feel bad saying this because it was the scene I was in, but like that's just one of those tabletop moments where it's just like that's why I love it so much, because the dice rolls can take you from it's all gone to shit to like wonderful like Ocean's 11 cinematic moment in like one dice roll, and I fucking love it. It's so good.
But you're fine. Definitely everything's fine.
There definitely is no repercussions from
Let us
stealing.
think it is now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Life's fine. I'm strolling out the library, just in a cab and going for a drink. It's fine. It's fine.
Everything.
It's fine. What am I doing? You can find me on my Sunday. I'm gonna starting Bloodborne, and then where is she? Millie up there is cutting my hair at 8 o'clock BST. It's going to end up with a shaved head, let's just say it.
It'll be fine. I mean,
so fine.
And I'm definitely doing that with human clippers and not ones
not dog
for dogs.
Yeah.
That I bought.
This is a
for
well-prepared, thought-out process. So yeah, come watch me be humiliated on Sunday if you want. Or I'm back with PG Pixel 8, so doing SnowRunners on Monday, Control Tuesday, and more Bloodborne on Wednesday. That's it. I'm out.
Wow.
Bye.
Getting your hair cut by Millie and then playing a game with Peachy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hate myself, Whack.
Yeah.
Is that not obvious enough?
You must. Who knows?
So yeah,
I
so
forgot
this is
to
probably the
mention
last,
something. Oh, sorry.
the
You
last
first.
bit of Professor. No, that's all right. I was saying you can say goodbye to my lovely locks. No more.
Goodbye, lovely locks, Professor.
Goodbye, lovely locks. That's it.
We'll miss
Goodbye,
you.
lovely locks.
We will love.
What was
Now
your
do the ruffly hair thing.
whoops moment there, PB?
My
It
sorry,
looks-
my
It
whoops
looks quite
moment.
short right now. Do
It
the
does look
thing.
pretty short.
It's
Do I have to
not.
do the
knew
thing?
it.
Do the thing.
Yeah, do the
Alright,
thing.
I'll do
We
the
gotta
thing.
see it.
Get ready for it.
Hang on. Wait. I'm going to make it a surprise.
This is the power
Okay,
of
okay.
gel.
Hello! It's coming. Right, you ready? You
Ready. 3.
TOS.
Oh!
Yo! How the hell? What?
Professor Anthony Charles!
He's still my heart.
How did he do that? Oh,
John Ralphio.
I feel like Robin Williams in Patch Adams. I'm just like,
Yeah. He's like,
Oh, wow. That's a lot of hair.
amazing.
That's why it needs a cut. All right, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Fantastic.
That's going to be
Fair,
disheveled
fair.
professor here in another episode or two.
What were you whoopsing about, PB?
Oh, KPP, a long time ago, GM'd a wonderful horror one-shot for us, The Last Transmission, and on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do a watch-along of that one-shot on her channel. So if you like horror, which I'm assuming you do because you're here, you definitely might want to come check that out with us. We'll be hosting it here on the channel, but it's Katie Peters Plays, Tuesday at 1 p.m.
Solid.
Eastern. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's continue on with Jay. Jay, have we discovered
Alright.
anything new about the truth?
Ooh. Yes. I've now got names for creatures and things, so yeah.
Have we learned anything new about our characters?
No.
Have we challenged ourselves?
Yes, I tore a book.
And Chad was very angry at you.
I'm sorry, but the needs must.
See, now Max wants to go to a library with him. Like, all right, let's
Yeah.
fuck this up.
I'm off the chain in the library. Oof.
That's a
So
table
hardcore.
story quote if I've heard one. Thank you, Jay. Millie.
Hello. Hello, I am Amelia Tyler. I am also a voice actor, but a lady one. I'm doing some very exciting stuff at the moment. I can't talk about any of it, so watch me take my frustration out on Jay Britton's hair on Sunday over on his channel. I now have my streaming room, so at some point that's going to happen. But bigger problems at the moment. Tuesday I'll be over on KPP's stream for probably like the first 45 minutes. And then I've got to zoom over to Encounter Roleplay and play a Lady Alice Hornwright, who's terribly, terribly English, in Call of Cthulhu. And I think that's all I can talk about right now. I think. Ask me questions. That was really fun tonight, by the way. It was nice having Max finding her bollocks again.
Yes.
Have we discovered anything new about the truth?
Yes. Yes, for sure.
What do you think Max discovered about the truth?
She's discovered that there are other people. There's some sort of weird hunting game going on, potentially, or at least this guy thinks there is.
Have we learned anything new about our characters?
I would say probably not, because I'm not sure Barry's nickname counts.
Have we challenged ourselves?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 XP.
Yay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I am Wax Steven. I have been your GM of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. As always, thank you so much, chat, for hanging out with us. Much appreciated. Much love to you. Thank you for the love and the support and the fan art. And hopefully we're able to take your mind off things in this really crazy time that we live in for a little while at least. And thank you so much to Millie. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Nicotine. Thank you, PB. Thank you, Tempo, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. Big thanks to Helmgast for these fantastic books.
So if you're a fan of what we're doing here and you want to join in, join along with us, take a look at the books because they're really fantastic core books here. The 4th edition is what we're using for this game, and it's got some horrific and amazing art in the book, and I mean that like in a good way. It's pretty terrifying stuff, and it's really, really good. So go check it out. The books are really cool, and there's awesome metallic print, really good quality, and a ton of character archetypes and stuff for you to play in your games. Go check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you next time. It wasn't TOS. There's clothes on her. There's clothes on there. There, it's good. We're good. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Sunday, we've got Dying Order. That's on at 4 p.m. Eastern.